Hello, third grade scholars, and welcome to Module 1, Lesson 10. Please make sure you put your name in the paper. I want to talk a little bit about why I'm using my felt tip pen. This isn't a marker, it's actually a felt tip pen. I love using them. You'll see them a lot when I grade them. The reason I'm using this is because I want it to look different so you can see where I'm writing. But I am going to ask you guys if you could to use pencil, and if you need any pencils, let me know. We have plenty. If you don't like using the mechanical pencils, I don't always like to use them because I push pretty hard. We have regular pencils too. We just knew not everyone had a pencil sharpener. So just a heads up on that. So the top part is multiply by twos. If you haven't checked out our multiplication videos in Google Classroom, please feel free. A lot of times kids ask me in math if they can listen to them while they're working, if that doesn't confuse you or however. Remembering the trick for multiplying by twos, it's double the number. So here's your twos, you're gonna double that, 7, so it's 14 because 7 plus 7 is 14. So when you're multiplying by twos, you're looking at 2 groups of 7 or 7 plus 7. So do the top part on your own. Make sure your name's on it. All right, so we have this. We have 2 groups of 4. There's 1 group, 2 group, and 4 in each group. There's 8 at the top. Down here we have another 2 groups of 4. We have 2 times 4 equals 8. So if we have 2 times 4 plus 2 plus 4 would be this group, which is 8, plus this group, which is 8. All together, we have this, and this is like saying you have 4 groups of 4. Because if we're adding to them, it's like we're saying we have 4 groups of 4, and it would equal 16. Sorry about that. I was thinking that the equals was over here for some reason, and I couldn't make sense of it. So when you look at it like this, if you have bigger numbers and you don't know how to solve them, you can break them into smaller numbers. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and there's 4 in each row, and that would equal 16. So over here with our hearts, we have 4 times 2. So we have 4 groups of 2, which is 2, 4, 6, 8. Like saying we have 8 hearts. Then this group also has 4 groups of 2, which is 2, 4, 6, 8 hearts. So if we have 4 groups of 2, that's 8 in the first group, and 4 groups of 2 is 8 in the second group. Down here, how many total groups do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 groups of 2. And 8 groups of 2 is 16 total, because that is 8 plus 8. I could count them too. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So we're really looking at splitting up bigger chunks of arrays to make them more manageable when you're unsure of your math facts. So the first row, the first one is 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 rows with 4 in each row. So I have 4, 8, 12. There's 12 in each or in that first part. Now this one has 2 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 rows of 4, and that equals 4, 8. So we have 3 times 4, which would be 12. Then we have 2 times 4, which would be 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 4, which would be 12 plus 8, or it would be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. All right, over here, we have 2 rows of 3, which would be 6, 3, 6. Over here we have another 2 rows of 3, which would also be 6. Now our first group together, the parentheses means we keep them together. 2 times 3 would be 6. 2 times 3 would be 6. How many rows do we have all together? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows times 3 equals 12. That 2 is a little funky. Sorry about that. All right, it says, draw an array to help you solve. Carlos puts 4 cookies into 2 rows. He adds 3 more rows of 4 cookies. How many cookies does he have in all? So this tells us right here, we have 2 rows. Then there's how many cookies in each row? 4 cookies. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one row, 4 cookies into 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 2 rows of 4 cookies, which means I have 4, 8. I have 8 cookies in my first row. He adds 3 more rows of 4 cookies. Now this is where math gets tricky, and some of you really need to work on doing your very neatest work here. So we're going to do 3 more rows of 4 cookies. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 more rows of 4 cookies. Now that equals 4, 8, 12 cookies. So right here, I have 8 in my first batch, and I have 8 in my first batch. Then I'm gonna have 12 in my second batch. How many total cookies do I have? 4, 8, 12.
Room 208. Evan and Dan, please meet me at room 308. Thank you. Room 308.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Sorry about the interruption, y'all. All right, scholars, we're almost there. So now we have 4 in each row. How many rows do we have total? Because this is the number of rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 4. 5 rows of 4 equals 20 total cookies. And remember, 3rd grade scholars, you can pause this at any time. You can work without me. You can check your answers. You can do it however you choose. But that was Module 1, Lesson 10.